What's going on, family? I can't talk to y'all too long today because I do got a meeting. I'm gonna have to take it on the road. Take a little meeting on the road. But today was an amazing day. Amazing day. But first and foremost, man, I'm making this video with the intentions on helping as many people as possible. And I pray that God uses me in a way that connects and resonates with those for whom this video is for. Right? I never know who the video is for, but I just pray that it reaches you guys. And if this video is for you, do me the kindness of liking, subscribing, and comment down below. This is for me, so I know that the videos are reaching the right people. So today, I want to talk to you guys. Just have a heart to heart. You know, not really teaching you guys anything today. I just want to just have a heart to heart. I just want to connect with you guys, man. I was honored to sit on a panel for a Juneteenth panel. And, you know, for all my brothers and sisters watching this, you know what I mean? You guys are familiar. For those who don't know, just do your research on Juneteenth. It's more so about the freedom of, the African-American slaves, right? It is the day of independence. And every year, I believe, we get better at celebrating and honoring that day. And I was one of the entrepreneurs who was selected to speak on that panel. I didn't really get footage of it, guys. I really don't like to, I don't, it's like a quality thing. I do have like a little clip of it, of me sitting up there, but nothing too crazy. So, but I've been on a crazy journey, man, a crazy journey. And when I get here, I've been a bit inactive with my brand because I'm in a different season in life right now, and I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna be obedient and listen to God on when it's time to return, because entrepreneurship takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of faith, and it's gonna test you. It's gonna try to break you. It's gonna do a lot of things, and it's challenging, man. It's challenging, and sometimes you can't do things to the extent that you want to, and then sometimes you're like, it's very complicated and complex, and anyways, wow. I almost lost my mind because this bus just swerved in front of traffic and almost caused a wreck. Wow. Anyways, yeah, life can get kind of crazy. So when I'm here, man, there was this lady that I could not wait to meet. And I was excited that she was going to be there because I would have the opportunity to meet her. And she's a pretty big deal. Even at my job, you know what I mean? I work for the state as a business advisor. And she's someone that is that we use in advertisement. And I felt honored to be on the same panel serving as her and some other individuals as well who I respect and But when I go to meet her, right, I say, oh man, it's an honor to be able to meet you. I've heard so much about you. I've heard nothing but great things. Your story inspires me. And she says to me, I own I own a few of your hoodies and your shirts. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Because here I am. I wasn't even aware. Like I treat everybody the same, and I'd just be in the zone sometimes selling, and I wasn't aware of who she was, and maybe to her kind of was like refreshing, but to me I felt like so stupid. Like what? I didn't even like. I felt like I met like it's almost equivalent to you like you not being aware that you met like a celebrity, and I mean she's not a celebrity, but she's like a local hero kind of. But it's like if you met a celebrity and didn't know you met a celebrity, you're like, holy what? Like I would have made a big deal out of it, gaining your support, And so she already knew who I was, and we had already met. And it's like sometimes you will enter rooms and your name will already have been like you will who you are will arrive in rooms before you arrive there, guys. you people will already hear about you and become familiar with you. Someone said that they saw that I was going to be on the panel, and someone told them, oh, they were upset they couldn't make it because I was going to be there and they wanted to meet me. What? Guys, it's first and foremost glory to God, because I'm just a servant. I'm just a servant. Um, I'm just a servant, and trying my best to become obedient, become more obedient, right? Become more obedient, follow God's plan for me, and just grow and develop. And it just blows my mind sometimes. So I want to say this to you guys, that that thing you're working on, that business you're developing, that the idea you have, it's going to impact people that you don't even know. It's going to impact people you don't even know. That there's somebody in the world right now that you don't even know, but you are the greatest. You will have the greatest impact on them, but they will suffer if you don't rise and become who you need to become, because you're the one with the key to what they need. And I love being able to be utilized and add value to others, because it feels so amazing to me. It feels so amazing to me. It feels so amazing. Just to know that there was some impact, or that somebody that inspires me, I was able to inspire. And I believe that there's so many people who have that potential, man, because it's like, I'm not even from this town specifically. And it's like they have embraced me, and they have, added me into, like, man, it's crazy, because I was born in one place, I went to high school, and I grew up in another place, and my business has had such an impact on an entirely different place. And you might be living in your hometown right now, and you might move somewhere else, and it's like that place needs you so much. And it's not to say that your hometown won't accept and embrace you, because people have ordered from me from all over the place. You know what I mean? But it's like, you are getting polished right now. You're being refined and becoming the version of yourself whom the people that need you the most, who they need you to be. Let me say that again. That you are right now being polished, and you're being refined. You're being conditioned. You're being molded into the version of you that the people who need you most need you to be. And it's so important for you to just embrace the journey. Embrace the journey. Embrace the journey. Because the journey only happens once, and you only arrive once. And you might arrive at different places, but that journey, it only happens once. And if you learn to just embrace and enjoy the journey, and just live and just be grateful. Like, I used to want to make a lot of money, and now I really just want to have an impact. And I'm not so much driven by money. And I feel like now I move slower, being that I'm not so much driven by money, you know? And it changes things for me, where I feel like I don't have the same sense of urgency. And I believe that I believe I will regain that sense of urgency once I connect deeper to a greater why. And I'm finding that, and even in making these videos and seeing you guys' comments and things like that, I believe that I'm reconnecting with that why. But I would be lying to you guys if I wouldn't say that a big motivator for me was coming out of poverty. Not like money itself, but it's just like I thought money was a key to so many of my answers, and it isn't it's not to say that it's not it's not in the equation for a lot of the answers, but it's not the answer. You understand what I'm saying? and I'm just growing so much. And there's some moments in my life where, let me make sure we're still recording. There's some moments in my life where I try not to hold the phone so high because I don't want cops to see me like, what is he holding? Lord have mercy, God forbid. But yeah, there's some moments in my life where, for the most part, I'm just completely humble, and I don't even stop and just take moments in and consider things, and I don't. But there are some moments that happen where I'm just like, wow, it's happening in front of me, and I'm not even like acknowledging it fully. It's happening right in front of me, and I'm not even acknowledging. Like, it's like I missed it. I missed it because you place more value on a thing that wasn't as valuable. I'm getting all these sales, I'm making this money, and I thought that was the value. And there was so much more value in just the interaction and the impact that I can have on the people next to me. There was so much impact, and there was so much connection, and there was so much relationship building right there in front of me that I missed it. I missed it. And now I'm just like, I was running so fast because I was driven by the wrong thing. So I want you guys to know that, like, the thing you're doing can be exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but the reason you're doing it could be heading you down the path of disaster. You know. And here's something and it's funny I'm saying this now because something that it's the Holy Ghost has provided me with wisdom that I used to say as a child. Not as a child, I would say as a teen. There are if you what is your source of fuel? Let's just say it like that. What is your source of fuel? Right? A car runs on gas. You got to fill your tank back up with gas. Gas goes up when oil is scarce. You know what I mean? They got to keep drilling. They got to keep doing all this, blah, 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 blah. Right? People, now they're going on this, now they're going off. Like, what would be, like, they're making electric vehicles. But in reality, what would be the greatest source of fuel for a car? It would be amazing if cars were solar powered, right? And it would hold so much of a charge that you were able to drive and through the night. You know what I mean? But if cars are solar powered, so what is the greatest source of fuel for you on your journey to where you're going, right? What's the greatest source of fuel for you? If your fuel is money, income, then you are going to go and stop based upon your cash flow, based upon how much money you have in your account, based upon the amount of the next deal you have potential to close. That's what you're going to go and stop based upon. What would be the greatest source of fuel for you? And this is when they say have a strong enough why. I thought my why before was just like mental health. The fact that there's so many people out there who are struggling and suffering and are taking their own lives, and especially the under discussed or highlighted, epidemic on men and suicide. I thought that was my why, and it's not the fact that it's not my why, but at times in my life where I was struggling with my own mental health, and I'm fighting my own depression, and I need someone to speak to and lean on and so forth. That pain did not overpower that why that I believe I had. And your why has to be stronger than any obstacle you're faced with. But that why for me wasn't strong enough for me to overcome myself. And I know I'm speaking straight gas right now. And when I say that, I mean, I know I'm talking on such a kind of like high level that it might not even resonate with some people when I say stuff like that. And it's just me coming to understand it sometimes as well. And one day you will look back at this and it'll click, you know. But your why has to be greater than yourself for one, but it has to be greater than any obstacle that you will face. And I cannot focus on others' mental health when mine was in shambles. And I don't have the time to stop and tend to myself to continue this journey. So at that moment, I realized that I need a greater why than this. I need a greater why. And to tell the truth to you guys, I'm still piecing that together. I cannot articulate what that why currently is. I can't articulate it. And I'm here posting videos every day because I feel very close to my why and my purpose when I do this. Although I can't fully articulate it. I believe it to be mindset development for others. I believe it to be mental health awareness and you know, information for others. I believe it to be just personal development for others and myself, sharing these passions and purpose. I believe it is to help others overcome their insecurities, to find and realize their value and their importance, right? I believe it to be many things, but one thing I do know for certain is that I am here to help others. Now, I just need to pinpoint the why so that it keeps me pushing through all obstacles. But right now, my why is for the obedience and the favor from God, to please God. But I know God has instilled this in me for a reason, and I have to connect with that as well on a personal level. And I'm still searching for how to articulate that. But nevertheless, I just want you guys to just be mindful of your journey, to be mindful of the impact that you guys are having, to be mindful of the fuel that you think is taking you places. What fuel are you using? And what would be the best fuel for you? What is your why? And is your why strong enough to overcome any obstacle that you're faced with? Because some people might say, I'm doing it for my wife. But what happens when you get a divorce? If that happens, Lord have mercy, God forbid, but what happens? Some people say they're doing it for their children. What happens when you grow up and your children don't want to have anything to do with what you're building? Right? What happens? What happens? So I just want to put this here for you guys to consider, and for you guys to kind of tap into a certain resource and a mindset that will push you further than you've ever been and ever gone in life. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Talk to you soon.